Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now. This is a story that's been brewing behind the scenes, and it's got all the makings of a blockbuster move. Rumors are swirling that the Philadelphia Eagles, currently sitting at an impressive 8-3 record, might be looking to shake things up on their offensive line. The buzz. They're considering trading Jordan Mailata, their Australian-born, towering offensive tackle who's been a cornerstone of their line, to the Green Bay Packers. And let me tell you, this potential deal could be one of the most significant OL moves in recent NFL history, especially for the Packers who are sitting at 7-3-1 and eager to solidify their offensive line for a deep playoff run. Now, why would the Eagles even think about trading Mailata? Well, it's partly due to their cap situation, which is tight with only around $7 million in cap space left, and partly because of their roster needs. They're at a point where they need to focus on rebuilding their secondary, especially with key players like James Sirton and Jaylen Horn being top targets for trade inquiries, according to Adam Schefter. The Eagles are also feeling the pressure to extend Lane Johnson, which ties up a good chunk of their cap and limits their flexibility to keep Mailata long-term. Plus, with their defensive backfield needing an overhaul, it's clear they're prioritizing that side of the ball, and shipping out Mailata might free up some cap space and draft capital to rebuild their secondary. From the Packers' perspective, snagging Mailata makes a ton of sense. This guy is a proven elite talent, and his stats speak volumes. Over his career, Mailata has been nothing short of a revelation. Drafted in 2018, he's played 8 seasons and has established himself as one of the best offensive tackles in the league. His PFF grade for 2024 is a stellar 89.0, with a pass block grade of 89.0, allowing just 5 sacks this year. That's nearly a sack every 50 pass blocking snaps. His run blocking is equally impressive, with a grade of 87.2, and he's been a dominant force in creating running lanes. The numbers tell us that Mailata's been a cornerstone for the Eagles' offensive success, helping them average 89.0 PFF for pass blocking in 2024, which ranks among the top in the league. His win rate is an astonishing 84%, and he's allowed only 150 pressures over his career, with just 18 sacks. That's one of the best sack-to-pressure ratios out there. What makes Mailata such a game-changer for the Packers is not just his stats, but his impact on the overall offensive line performance. The Packers' offensive line has been solid, but could definitely benefit from an upgrade at left tackle, especially given the ongoing injuries and inconsistencies they've faced this season. Adding a player of Mailata's caliber would boost their pass protection dramatically, giving Jordan Love more time in the pocket and reducing the number of sacks and pressures he faces. His ability to block in both pass and run situations is a major asset. For instance, in 2025, he's played 11 games, maintaining a high level of performance with a PFF grade of 86.8, only allowing 3 sacks and 20 pressures, all while boosting the Eagles' run game efficiency by 16%. His run lanes are consistently open, and the yards after contact per attempt remain impressive at 5.1. The potential impact of Mailata on the Packers' offense could be transformative. Picture Jordan Love with more time to read the field, more protection on those critical third-and-long situations, and a run game that's more explosive because of the extra push on the edges. His presence would elevate the entire offensive line, which has been a work in progress this season with some injuries and inconsistent performances. His ability to win 84% of his blocks, especially in double-team scenarios, makes him one of the most reliable tackles in the league. And that kind of consistency is exactly what the Packers need to push toward the playoffs and beyond. Now, looking at the tactical aspect of this potential trade, the Eagles might be willing to part with Mailata in exchange for a first-round pick and a fourth-round pick in 2026. This draft capital could help them rebuild other areas, especially their secondary and pass rush, which have been underperforming at times. The Eagles' defense has been in rebuild mode, focusing on acquiring young talent and developing their secondary, as noted by NFL insiders like ESPN's Diana Rossini. They've been exploring options to bring in top-tier cornerbacks and safeties, and shedding some cap space with a Mailata trade could help facilitate those moves. Remember, the Eagles are also juggling the upcoming extension for Lane Johnson, which is pushing their cap limits. Meanwhile, for the Packers, acquiring Mailata would be a statement move that signals their intent to contend for a Super Bowl soon. It's not just about adding a talented player. It's about fortifying a line that's been a bit shaky at times this season. The Packers' offensive line, which has seen injuries and some inconsistency, would instantly become a strength with Mailata anchoring the blind side. His ability to prevent sacks and pressures would give Jordan Love a much-needed boost, especially in high-stakes moments. This trade could elevate the Packers' offense by 15–20%, especially in areas like deep passing and third-down efficiency. Imagine Love having more time to find his receivers, and the offensive line creating better running lanes for Aaron Jones or A.J. Dillon. Statistically, the improvements would be evident. The Packers' offensive efficiency, measured by EPA per play, could see a jump of plus 0.16 or more, and their yards per game could climb from around 330 to 380. Big plays on offense would increase, and their third down conversion rate could rise from about 39% to over 54%. All of this points to a more explosive, balanced attack that could catch opponents off guard and keep them on their heels. The fans would see their team not just competing but dominating at times, with an offensive line that's feared by defenses. From a broader perspective, this move could be a catalyst for the Packers' entire franchise. It's a statement that they're serious about winning now, that they're willing to invest in their offensive line and protect their quarterback at all costs. The NFL is a league where protection up front is often the key to sustained success. With Mailata on board, the Packers could not only improve their chances of making a deep playoff run, but could also set themselves up for a dynasty of sorts, especially if they manage to keep this core together. The NFL landscape is highly competitive, but with a dominant offensive line, the Packers could become a perennial threat, similar to the Eagles' current model of a strong, well-rounded team. Looking ahead, the betting odds for the Super Bowl could shift significantly. Currently, the Packers are considered long shots, but with a move like Mailata, Vegas could see the Packers' chances improve from roughly 10% to around 15–16%. DraftKings and other sportsbooks might bump up their odds, reflecting the increased confidence in Green Bay's ability to contend. And in the NFC, this could be a game-changer, especially if it helps the Packers secure a higher seed and avoid tough matchups early in the playoffs. The NFC has been wide open this season, and a strengthened Packers team with Mailata could be the dark horse that surprises everyone. Now, why would the Eagles be willing to let Mailata go? Well, it's a combination of cap management, roster needs, and strategic rebuilding. They're likely to prioritize extending Lane Johnson, which will eat into their cap space, and they're also eyeing upgrades at edge rusher and cornerback. The Eagles have a solid roster, but are aware that they need to strengthen their secondary and pass rush if they want to maintain their Super Bowl aspirations. Trading Mailata for solid draft picks is a way to balance their roster, shed some cap, and focus on developing the younger players they've acquired on defense. For the Packers, this is a golden opportunity. They're already having a solid season, but this kind of upgrade could push them into the elite tier of contenders. They've shown resilience and growth this year, with Jordan Love developing nicely and the defense holding its own. But adding a player like Mailata might be the missing piece that gets them over the top. It's a move that speaks to the franchise's ambitions, signaling that they're ready to take that leap and chase another Lombardi trophy. In conclusion, the potential trade of Jordan Mailata from the Eagles to the Packers is more than just a rumor. It could reshape the landscape of the NFC North and the entire NFC playoff picture. The Packers would gain a formidable, reliable blindside protector who can elevate their offense to new heights, helping Jordan Love become the franchise quarterback everyone hopes he can be. Meanwhile, the Eagles might be positioning themselves to focus on rebuilding their secondary and cap flexibility, setting up for future success. This move embodies the kind of bold strategy that could define the NFL offseason and set the stage for an exciting stretch run into the playoffs and beyond. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Packers news. This is an exciting time for our team, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, go Pack Go.